The issue of gun control in the United States has once again taken center stage, with President Joe Biden praising 3 Tennessee state lawmakers for their efforts to ban assault weapons and standing up for democratic values. In a video chat shown on social media, Biden commended Democrats Justin Pearson, Justin Jones, and Gloria Johnson for their leadership and courage in the face of a blatant disregard for the country's democratic values. Jones and Pearson were ousted by the Republican-controlled State House for their role in a protest calling for gun control after a school shooting in Nashville in March took the lives of children and employees. Johnson avoided expulsion by a single vote. The White House has criticized Tennessee Republicans for their actions, calling them shocking, undemocratic, and without precedent. Vice President Kamala Harris also weighed in on the issue, making a surprise visit to Nashville and calling for stricter firearm laws, including background checks, red flag laws, and restrictions on assault rifles. Harris spoke to a crowd at Fisk University, saying, "We can and should do both," in reference to supporting the Second Amendment and implementing reasonable gun safety laws. Harris also met with the 3 ousted Democrats and other elected officials and young people advocating for tougher gun control laws. The move by Tennessee Republicans to oust the lawmakers has drawn accusations of racism, with Jones and Pearson being young black men, and Johnson being white and allowed to continue to serve in the chamber. Republican leadership has denied that race was a factor in the matter. The incident in Tennessee has sparked outrage across the country, with former President Barack Obama tweeting, "What happened in Tennessee is the latest example of a broader erosion of civility and democratic norms." The incident highlights the ongoing debate over gun control and the need for lawmakers to come together to find a solution that keeps Americans safe while respecting their Second Amendment rights. The move by Tennessee Republicans has sparked outrage among Democrats and gun control advocates, who argue that the lawmakers were simply exercising their First Amendment rights by protesting for stronger gun laws. The incident has also raised concerns about the erosion of democratic values and the suppression of dissenting voices. Subscribe for more content like this. Former President Barack Obama weighed in on the matter on Twitter, saying that, "No elected official should lose their job simply for raising their voice, especially when they're doing it on behalf of our children." He also called the oustings a sign of weakness, not strength, and warned that silencing those who disagree with us won't lead to progress. Meanwhile, Vice President Kamala Harris made a surprise visit to Nashville to meet with the expelled lawmakers and other advocates for stricter gun control laws. Speaking at Fisk University, she called for common-sense measures like background checks, red flag laws, and restrictions on assault rifles, while rejecting the false choice between supporting the Second Amendment and promoting gun safety. "This nation was built on peaceful protest," Harris said. "No elected official should lose their job simply for raising their voice, especially when they're doing it on behalf of our children." The incident has also sparked accusations of racism, as the 2 expelled lawmakers are young black men, while the one who was allowed to continue serving is a white woman. Republican leadership has denied that race was a factor in their decision, but many remain skeptical. In the end, the oustings of the 3 Tennessee Democrats serve as a stark reminder of the deep divisions and bitter partisanship that continue to plague American politics. While Democrats and gun control advocates see the lawmakers as heroes fighting for a just cause, Republicans and Second Amendment advocates view them as troublemakers who disrupted the workings of the legislature. Only time will tell how this clash of values and ideologies will ultimately play out. Moreover, Vice President Harris also met with young advocates for tougher gun control laws. The meeting included students from Nashville's Pearson High School, who had staged a walkout in response to the expulsion of the 3 lawmakers. Harris emphasized the need for reasonable gun safety laws, including background checks, red flag laws, and restrictions on assault rifles. She said that they should not fall for the false choice that either they are in favor of the Second Amendment or they want gun safety laws, adding that they can and should do both. The White House's statement on April 6 condemning the expulsion of the 3 Democrats called it shocking, undemocratic, and without precedent. It also highlighted how kids are continuing to pay the price for Republicans' officials' obstinance. Former President Barack Obama also weighed in on the matter, tweeting that no elected official should lose their job simply for raising their voice, especially when they're doing it on behalf of the children. He added that silencing those who disagree with us is a sign of weakness, not strength, and it won't lead to progress. The oustings have also drawn accusations of racism, with Jones and Pearson being young black men, and Johnson being white and allowed to continue to serve in the chamber. Republican leadership has denied that race was a factor in the matter. The GOP members said that their actions were necessary to avoid setting a precedent that lawmakers' disruptions of House proceedings through protest would be tolerated. In conclusion, the expulsion of the 3 Tennessee Democrats for their role in a protest calling for gun control has sparked outrage and condemnation from the White House and former President Obama. Vice President Harris made a surprise visit to Nashville to meet with the ousted lawmakers and young advocates for tougher gun control laws. The incident has drawn accusations of racism and has highlighted the need for reasonable gun safety laws to protect the children and citizens of America. In conclusion, the recent events in Tennessee have sparked a heated debate about the right to protest and the importance of gun control laws. The expulsions of 3 elected officials from the House of Representatives have been widely condemned as undemocratic, and have raised concerns about racism and the erosion of democratic norms. The response from the White House and Vice President Harris has been clear. The need for stricter gun control laws is urgent, and the voices of those advocating for them must be heard. The debate over gun control is likely to continue, but the events in Tennessee have shown that the fight for change will not be silenced. Thanks for watching. Subscribe our channel for authenticity.